Hello, everyone. It's Faith. I am hard at work writing the scripts for Season 3 of Boom. We start recording on July 28th, and we'll have new episodes in your ears this fall. I know that's a while to wait, so I've got some bonus material for you in the meantime. I do plan to do some scripted stuff, but right now, I've got some Q&A with the cast and crew. First up is Charity Spencer, the voice of Genevieve. Charity had some great answers for the questions I posed. If you want to hear the full uncut version, head on over to patreon.com/boompodcast and become a patron. This show takes a lot of work from a lot of great people, and anything you can contribute will help us make the best podcast we can. Patrons get access to extended bonus episodes, as well as some other cool goodies, so please consider becoming a patron. And now that I've got that little plug out of the way, I'll let Charity do her thing. Oh, also, if you haven't listened through Season 2, you're about to get spoiled.
I'm Charity Spencer, and I am the voice of Genevieve. And I have been given a few questions that I'm just going to throw them out there and answer for you guys. What or who inspired you to act? I don't even know when it started. I would say it's been in my DNA for my entire life. But yeah, I grew up in a small town and never knew that it was something that I could pursue at all for a career or a hobby. But when I moved to Nashville, this is going to sound like a really quote unquote Christian answer, but I was spending time with the Lord in my devotional time, and I literally felt him say to me, I want you to apply to be a part of this movie. And I laughed out loud. I was like, Lord, you know I would love to do that, but I don't even know what the heck to do or where to start. But, you know, when God tells you to do something, your answer always has to be, yes, okay, Lord. So I went and took some, what I now look back on as terrible headshots, but you know, at the time I didn't know any better, and I put together a resume that had nothing on it and mailed it off to try to see if I could audition for this movie, which is not at all how it's done, but I didn't know any better. But that's really what started me on this journey. You know, I started talking to some talent agencies and started taking some workshops and some acting classes, and now, gosh, I'm like 15 years later and still doing this thing and loving every second of it. What do you love about your character? What I love about her is just her kindness, her genuine love for her friends and her love for Porter. She's just a very good friend, and I love that and I respect that about her. What's the biggest challenge about this role? Well, I'm dead. So that's a challenge. If you're all caught up on the show, some of Porter's dream sequences, I get to be sweet, regular Jen, and then I get to be mean, terrible, terrible Jen. So I kind of get to be all over the board with it, and that's fun, but that is a pretty big challenge. She's so many different people right now, because she's just this idea of Jen that's playing the poor guy. What was your first impression when you heard the first episode fully produced? I wanted to jump out of my chair. I mean, I knew we had a talented cast and a talented writer and director, but you know, when you're there in the recording, but when it all comes together, it just creates this whole story and takes you to a whole other place. And even though you were there when you recorded it, it just becomes that much more real. And gosh, it's just so exciting as an actor or a creative or an artist or whatever label you want to put on it, when you see something that you've poured your heart and your soul into come together and be good, like genuinely good. That is one of the most rewarding things for me as an actor. What do you do when you're not voicing your character? Well, I work full-time for a production company here in the Nashville area, which keeps me really busy. I do a lot of admin stuff, bookkeeping stuff for them. But acting is my biggest passion, so I call acting my side job. And then I do actually a lot of voice work, so I call voice work my side job. So I have 3 full-time jobs. Well, no, I take that back. I have 1 full-time job, 2 part-time jobs. So those keep me very busy, but I love it. So I'm getting in front of the camera every chance I get. I'm in the voice work. I do a lot of audiobook narrations. So yeah, that's kept me pretty busy. Have you ever done an audio drama before? If so, how does it compare to others? If not, how would you describe the experience? I have not, but I was actually just talking with Faith the other day, and And I told her, I think Boom has realized a childhood dream that I had that I didn't even realize I had. And I think that's why I've been enjoying the process to the high degree that I've been enjoying it. You know, I grew up listening to that kind of stuff, loving that kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden here I am in the middle of this audio drama, being able to pour myself into it, immerse myself into it, and I am having the time of my life. We have an amazing cast, we have an amazing crew, and we've all just become like this little family. So we get excited to come together and to work on on the project together. On every time we have a new season, it's exciting to get together and work on it. And gosh, yeah, I love it. If you could write the ending of the show, what would it be? It's probably a good thing that I'm not the writer. Somehow Jem would not be dead. She'd be alive. But then, of course, Porter's been with Myra for a long time. So there would be a lot of drama in, oh my gosh, is he going to choose Genevieve or Myra? And my guess is he'd be with Myra because that's who he's supposed to be with. And of course, Luke gets his comeuppance. Dude's got to go. Was there anything in particular that attracted you to this project? When I was recording my audition for Genevieve, the scene that I had to audition with was actually the scene where she's getting ready to be blown up. So there's a lot of crying, there was a lot of hysteria, there was a lot of hyperventilating. But for some reason, I really connected with that. Don't ask me how. I've never been ready to be blown up, thank God. But I found myself really connecting in that moment and really being quote unquote in the actor world on. And I felt really, really good about what I submitted. And so when I got the email back saying that I was cast as Genevieve, I was ecstatic because I couldn't wait to hear more of the story. I couldn't wait to bring her to life and actually to death. But yeah, the whole thing has been an exciting journey, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. All right, there we go. I answered all of the questions that were posed, and I hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy getting to know me a little bit, and thank you guys so much for listening and for supporting the podcast. We could not do this without you, and it's an honor to have people like you enjoying the story that we're creating. So we love you guys. Thank you. Catch you later.
If you want to make sure you don't miss any episodes, bonus or otherwise, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. For more info on the podcast, where to find us on social media, and a link to our Teespring store, please visit boom.observerpictures.com. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time.